do you think at this point your prospects are looking much better? I know that you're going to say yes, but I have seen single-digit poll numbers recently, which is surprising because New Jersey is so deep blue most of the time, although there was Chris Christie. But it's an uphill battle for a Republican in New Jersey.
It is an uphill battle, but that doesn't mean it can't be won. We are right where we need to be at this point in time. Republicans have won 6 of the last 10 governor races here in this state. And listen, I'm not even governor yet, and I'm already saving the people of New Jersey money. At the last debate, it took 5 times for the moderator to ask. But after the 5th time, he said no new taxes. I don't know how he's going to pay for a lot of the promises he's making since he's pledged to now not raise taxes. But listen, we can lower taxes in New Jersey. And again, make this a state where people can live, work, retire, and start a business and prosper.
It seems like states like, I think of in the Midwest, Illinois, the latest news out of Tesla and Elon Musk, there's a lot of reasons maybe to move to Texas. The housing in San Francisco is not affordable. But it does seem like corporations and individuals are voting with their feet more and more. Florida and the influx of people from the East Coast down there, it seems to be being borne out that maybe you raise taxes and get a little bit of extra revenue, but then you end up losing it on the other end when everyone leaves.
You do. And listen, I don't believe you raise tax revenue in our state capital by raising rates. I believe you raise revenue by expanding the base, making this a place where there's more good-paying jobs and a place where more businesses want to do business. You know, New Jersey has the best modes of transportation in the country. No state rivals New Jersey. We've got the ports, we've got airports, the rails, the cars. We've got a ready, willing, and able middle class. We've got more PhDs and engineers per capita than any other state. The problem is we lead the nation in out-migration. The problem is we've got the worst business climate in the nation. The problem is we have the worst property taxes in the nation. And all that needs to be fixed. And that's what this campaign is really all about.
We talk about New York, too. And, Andrew, you make the point it costs money to live in New York City, right?
Costs money. It's expensive.
I don't know about, I needle Andrew about New Jersey. He said some things in the past, I don't know, because you've driven down the turnpike. So you look around and maybe it's not the most, you hear the Sopranos theme music or something, and it's not the most beautiful. It's a great
beautiful beaches.
You've been to Short Hills?
I've been to some of the beautiful. I've been to your
Becky's
home.
neighborhood. Yes, you have.
So, beautiful, beautiful.
So, do you agree that you can? Ask the governor a question. How do we do this? How do we do that? How do we provide the services of a great state and not raise taxes?
This is the great conundrum of our time. Jack, what do you do?
Let me offer this. You'll hear year over year that New Jersey has one of the best K through 12 systems in the country, and that's true. We usually rank 1, 2, 2, 1 with Massachusetts. Massachusetts' public school system is 20% less expensive than New Jersey's. Take 20% off the average property tax bill. That's a big deal in New Jersey. We'll no longer be last. So the first thing I'll do as governor is send a work study group up to Massachusetts. What are they doing right that we're doing wrong? 20% of anyone's tax bill is a pretty big deal.
Hey, Jack, what do you think is being done wrong?
Listen, I think part of it has to do with the way we fund schools from our state capital. Our current school funding formula to our 600 school districts is terribly flawed. It's the reason why a $1 million home in Jersey City or Hoboken, which has experienced enormous revitalization, pays less in property taxes than a $400,000 home in many other towns across the state, Toms River, my own hometown of Hillsborough, or Parsippany. And I'm here to tell New Jersey.
Where do you think the costs are? Because it is, as you know, wildly unpopular to say that teachers would be overpaid. I think it would be actually very hard to argue that teachers are overpaid. So where would the money come from?
I didn't say that. What I said is the way that our state capital, the way that our state government funds public schools under the current school funding formula,
right,
which is now 13 years old and was given to us by John Corzine, is a terribly flawed formula, and it needs to be fixed. We distribute billions in state aid to our 600 school districts, and we need to do that differently. And in so doing, we can lower property taxes. And I'm not going to have a $400,000 home paying less property taxes than a $1 million home in Jersey City or Hoboken.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.